Ladies and gentlemen, the night grows on here on Night of Destruction, #1 of the year for the low budgets. Tommy, it is now time for something that I think has been raking on your grills this entire week, the Demolition Derby.
These Demolition Derby cars, let me tell you what, I've had to call you out to help me.
Yep.
I've had to call Jason out, our good friend Jason, to help us out on these cars. We've been thrashing on these things, and we don't have much to thrash on. All we're doing is taking out the glass and moving the batteries. Easier said than done when you got a total of 6 cars you have to do it on,
right,
all the week before this very event. Demolition Derby coming up now. Now, heading into this, I gotta say to everybody a little backstory is a few cars showed up from their own yards due to the fact that some guys weren't able to get cars in time. So when they showed up, they were a bit built more than they should be. Yeah. So everybody scrambled around me trying to put chains and stuff into their cars to catch up and whatnot. What was I doing? Watching everybody scramble.
You're like, whatever.
I didn't care. I don't care. So I decided I'm gonna just leave the car the way it is.
Right.
Not gonna move the battery. And I was so worried about everybody else's stuff, I wasn't worried about mine. How it was gonna go out is how it was gonna go out. If I had time to touch it, I would. I'm not gonna deal with it. So I didn't.
Now, of course, earlier in the day, Tommy and I were talking, and I knew going into this derby that of anybody here, you had put the most time into a good chunk of these cars. More time than me, more time than anyone else that was driving those 5 cars. And I told you, because I knew I had the Taurus, I knew it was a bigger car than yours.
Your car is a beefy car.
I knew it was, so I told Tommy, I said, hey, look, in the morning, I said, if you want to drive my car, I'll take yours. Because of all the cars, Tommy's was the least prepared.
Yeah, me and the guy who will be driving the Saturn, him and I both had the same setup going in. Leave the headlights and everything in it and go play.
Well, he had a cage.
Okay, you're right. So I officially had the least built car.
Yeah, so that's why I told Tommy this. But you said, no, I'm going out there to have fun. My strategy going into this, I've done 2 Demolition Derbies up to this point. I really want to I want to go for it in this one. And I'm going to. I'm going for it.
Yeah?
What about you? What's your strategy?
To keep my car alive. I think that's what it is. Either that, or if I see someone in front of me, I'm going for it. Full tilt, I don't care.
All right, folks.
But more so to keep my car alive, because I don't know how long it's going to last. I really don't.
Find out.
Hopefully.
It's time for the Demolition Derby.
I'm already exhausted.
All right, just finished 7th in the skid plate race, and now getting ready to duel it out in the Demolition Derby. After this is the trailer race, so it's going to be nuts. This might be a very hard-hitting derby.
red flag. Red flag.
The green flag's still out. Demolition Derby. I think Tommy got his revenge on me here. I finished dead last. And Tommy, how did you do?
I just had to remove my earbuds so I can clearly hear what he said. I won it! I had the least built car and I won the thing. Unfortunately for you, you fell out in your first hit.
Yeah, I did. I was backing up. You can see it on the onboard. I backed up. My first hit I was lined up for. I'm like, this is going to be the one, baby. I'm going to hit somebody hard. Oh, shit. Because it was the Saturn. And it wasn't just any Saturn. It was the crappy Saturn.
Yep.
The only one. But it was the driver's side door. And I had to jump on the brakes. I still hit him, but he yanked it. He's played me right. I thought I was going to get his front end. And I'm like, crap. So I scooted him a little bit further back, and I make a mistake. The biggest mistake, they tell you if you're going to be in a Demolition Derby, do not be the sitting duck. I put it forward gear, I started pulling forward, and I thought to myself, well, wait, I should use up the rear some more. That split second of thinking, I went to put it in reverse, and I looked up, and I saw someone coming right for me.
A bright orange car coming right for your nose.
And he nailed the heck out of it. Robert Rice, we know that we've talked about him a lot on the low budgets. He got me good. That was a good hit. Go to start it, go to start it. It won't start. He completely demolished the fuse box in that one hit. My car is done for the race. But you had a little bit longer one.
Oh, man. Well, you know, I saw how this Derby was playing out in a very quick way. I was out here, like I said, I was going to go out there to try to see how long I can keep my car to last, knowing that I probably won't compared to a lot of these other guys. I mean, we had some veterans, Robert Rice, Dan Pacella, Steve Cook, all the guys that we've watched do this as we grew up.
The last Demolition Derby that you were in, Keith Johns, actually I should say 2 ago.
Yeah.
Keith Johns, he was back in this one as well.
All the veterans were in it, as well as a mixed match group of ours, you know, who we're just kind of out there to play around. And so I see all these guys and I'm very much intimidated. I'm going out there to see how long I can last. I saw Keith go flying across the track and nail some guy, I don't even know, someone next to me. And I watched all this melee happen and I'm hitting people, you know, trying to keep my car running. And then I realized we've got some wrecked cars here. I might as well knock them all out. By the time I realized that, I was one of 2 cars running. Let's say, for anybody driving a Jetta,
Who would have thought?
keep it.
German engineering.
Keep a Jetta. And when it starts to die on you, run in a Derby because you're going to win more money than you ever bought it for. Holy cow!
Transmission issues and you still kept it going.
And what's great is that's probably the best thing that happened. Because you know me, I'm not out here to necessarily lollygag. I just want to go out there and have fun. If I hit hard, I hit hard. If I kill the car, oh well. The transmission issue, you pointed it out, that was the best thing that saved me. Because as much as I was a sitting duck trying to put it into gear and let it wait to go, it also helped me figure out who was where and plan my next move.
Yeah. Well, Tommy, you were throwing sparks. You quickly became the fan favorite. It's an easy way to do that. A little thing happened during this Derby that I want to address, and that is at one point you might hear the announcer say, red flag is out.
Yep.
However, when I heard that sitting in my car, I looked over. Green light was still on. flagman not waving the red. 2 signs that the Derby's still on. What happened was there was a fire in a different car. Fire and safety went for that fire. However, the officials never waved the red.
Yep.
The other driver may have
Stopped because of it.
However, that car was pretty much on its way out. We all talked after the Derby. All feelings were okay.
Yeah.
For me, I'm like, oh, that made it look a little.
Yeah.
The fans would have gone nuts for that last hit had that not happened.
Absolutely that, and he waved off that hit too. I watched it, I was heading for it, you can see in the camera, I believe. He waved off my hit. He knew his car was done. And I should have hit him, but gentleman's agreement, when someone waves you off, there could be a multitude of issues.
Well, you hit your girlfriend.
So I hit her first.
Well, Tommy, congratulations.
Thank you.
Another first place trophy, another Cereal Bowl for you.
Yep.
And we still have one event left to go.
You're just kidding me, right? I have to hop into another car now?
Yeah. Hey, and if anything, you might have some more fun with your Demolition Derby car because they're leaving that one on the track.
Are they really?
Yes, they are.
Oh boy, I'll be right back.
Next up is the trailer race.